Today on Ask This Old House.
So you've got a concrete patio here. It's got a few cracks in it. I'm going to transform a patio right here on the streets of San Francisco.
It's black, it's plastic, this part swivels. What is it?
Well, you know, in the morning I like to have at least 2 cups of coffee at all times.
At the same time?
At the same time.
Really?
All times. Are you listening to me?
That's next on Ask This Old House.
Space is everywhere. You just have to know where to find it. So look up, down, under, over, and tell clutter it's time to pack up or move out. The Home Depot is proud to support Ask This Old House and doers everywhere.
Whether you're a professional contractor on the job site or a do-it-yourselfer at home, Stanley Bostitch is always ready to help you meet your how-to projects head-on. Stanley Bostitch, proud sponsor of Ask This Old House.
Cut!
What is this?
It's a parade float. Can we lose the parade float? Thank you!
GMC, lending Ask This Old House a helping hand since 2002.
The neighborhood I live in is the Lower Haight in San Francisco. Our neighborhood has all these beautiful Victorians all around us. And then you have our home, which is beautiful in its own right, but it could use some help, especially the front patio. As you can see, it's a really small space. There's not much space to move around or have too many friends. This table was a hand-me-down from my brother's old job. I love that I can sit 4 to 6 people on my bench, but as you can see, it's rotting away here. This is our weed collection, also known as our garden. We would love to make this front space beautiful so we can fit into our neighborhood.
Hey, Katie.
Hey, Roger, thanks for coming out.
So this is your home.
This is it.
Well, you emailed us about the patio here. Looks pretty nice to me. Nice location.
It's a good location, but the patio needs some help.
Well, let me take a look.
Come on in.
So it's basically a concrete patio. Now, it has a few cracks in it, but to be honest with you, it looks in fairly good condition, and that's great, because what I want to do today is put a new flooring right on top of this concrete patio.
Okay.
Then what I want to do is get rid of all these weeds and do some planting. We'll do some screen planting over there, some color, and some more screen planting over here. Now, everything we plant is going to be in container.
Perfect.
So you'll have to take care of them.
You got it.
The bad news is we got a lot of work ahead of us.
I'm ready.
You are. Well, let's get all of this stuff out of here. All right, let's get started on pulling all those weeds out.
Okay, we have curbside pickup for compost in San Francisco.
Great. This is what we're going to use to cover up your concrete patio today. These are wooden deck tiles. Now, they're made up of Ipe. Ipe is a Brazilian wood, and it is really, really hard, so it's a great surface for outdoors. These are actually made up of short pieces of lumber. Normally, they would have gone to waste, but this company harvests them and cuts them and makes their panels out of them. Now, on the bottom side, we have this plastic grid system. This does 2 things. It holds the panels together, but it also raises the panel up off the concrete. That way, air and water can flow through there. You won't get any rot or mildew on the underneath. The other thing is it has these male and female attachments on it. So you just line it up with the other piece and snap it right in place. Pretty good, huh?
Easy.
But it all starts with drawing a straight line. All right, take and snap that line for me. That's great. Now what we have is a line that's perpendicular to our wall. Now, that allows us to put tiles in, full tiles, all the way along this long wall without making cuts. Cuts is the thing that's going to take the most time on this job. So if you look over here, this line is exactly 6 feet from the wall. That should be 6 individual panels going over here and no cuts here. Then when we build out to this wall here, no matter what we do, we're going to have to make a cut to fit that angle. But we'll deal with that last.
Okay.
Let's get started. Hand me a tile. Thanks. I'm going to take and put it right here at the junction of the wall and our line. Now the next one, I'm going to change the pattern. I'm not going to have them run all the same way. I'm going to turn it 90 degrees. That's called a bastic weave pattern. And we're just going to snap it. Pretty simple, huh?
Yeah.
You ready to try it?
Okay.
Okay, grab some tile. Line it up, take your time. Good. Now come inside. I want you to go back to the wall again and put one in there. Probably two for me, okay?
Okay.
Another one here for you. Okay, now fill in the middle. You know, you can use a rubber mallet to hit those if you want.
No, I'm good. It's really easy.
Okay. We pull this line 6 feet from the wall, so it should fit in 6 tiles exactly. Let's see how we did.
Okay.
You all set?
Yep.
I'm gonna start right there. Okay, keep working over to me. I want you to come all the way across. There you go. All right, moment of truth.
Here we go.
Make me look good.
You got it.
Not bad, huh?
Perfect.
Let's finish this puppy up. Now, our whole courses came up a little short of meeting all the way out to the concrete. So we have to cut a piece in there. If we line this up with the back of the concrete, we'd have to cut a line right there with our circular saw. That's a lot of work. If I just scooch it over a little bit, I'm right in the middle of the panel, and the only thing holding it together is the plastic. So I'm gonna just put it up here, take the utility knife, I'm gonna cut through these. Now these top ones cut pretty easy. It's the middle one that's hard. There it is. It just popped out. Now you can take that and pop it right in place. What do you think of that?
Love it.
Not gonna tip. It's gonna be solid. Saves us a cut with a circular saw.
Yeah.
Now the great thing about it is we get 2 in 1 cut. There you go. Get some more and we'll finish it up.
Great.
Now, the next piece we put in is running opposite way, and we definitely have to cut the wood in order to get that in. But what I'm gonna do is use this last piece we had as a template. I'm gonna line it up on here, and then I'm just gonna trace the line. Now, before I make my cut, I have to check where that line is and make sure that there's no screws in the way. That line falls right along here, so I'll be able to set the saw just a little deeper, cut through the plastic, and not worry about hitting any of those screws. All set?
Yep.
There you go. Let's put those in. Now we have a pipe over here. We want to cut a tile around it. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the tile and we're going to lay it in like that. Once we have it in the right spot, we'll just take the square, line it up with the center of the hole, and I'm just going to take and make a mark this way. And then I'll slide the tile out so it's in position this way. I'm going to use my square the other way. Get the center of my hole. Now we'll just drill that out with a spade bit. How's that? Pretty good?
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, now we got to figure out the next piece. You can see when it goes in, it won't fit all the way. So we have to clip that corner. So to find out how much I have to take off, I have to take a couple measurements. The first I need to know is what is the distance from the corner back to that piece, and that's 9 inches. So I'm going to take and make a mark at 9 inches on this one. which is right at the edge of the board. Then I need to know how deep it needs to be, and in this case it's going to be 3 3/4. So I'm going to mark down 3 3/4, and then I'm going to take and join that line together. Cut it off with a circular saw.
Perfect.
How's that last cut piece fit?
Good, we're set.
Looking pretty nice.
Yeah.
Now over here we can't install any more of the wood tiles because there's not enough clearance with the door. So we're gonna leave this whole part open just the way it is. But on the edge we're gonna put in this reducer or threshold made by the manufacturer. And that's just gonna pop in, and it's gonna give us a really nice transition from the concrete up to the deck. There we go, the last piece.
Looks great.
All we need is some plants.
Okay.
Katie, one thing I wanted to do on your new patio is to give you some screening, some privacy. And for that, I chose bamboo. Now, this is a bamboo called Spectabilis, and it's gonna go in this really nice container we have. But the first thing we did is line the bottom of the container with this fabric, and that's to keep the soil from washing through the bottom. The second thing we did was install this heavy plastic liner all the way around here. That's going to keep the roots of the bamboo from growing out. This is a really aggressive plant. You have to contain those roots. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit of this soil. There's a special bamboo mix soil, and we'll just put it in the bottom. If you just spread that out for me. All right. Now I'm going to grab the plant. Okay. You're just going to slide the pot off for me. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Great. Just take it, sit it in. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's just about 1 inch below the top, so it'll hold water. Now we just got to go around and fill in the holes. All right, would you take 1 handful and bring it around over to this side? This plant's leaning a little bit, and I just want to straighten it out if you push some in there. All right, how's that looking? Pretty good?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, let's bring it into the patio. That looks pretty good.
Yeah, it looks great.
Let's get the other one in here. Okay, I think right about there. Now that is going to give you some privacy. But I also wanted to give you some color. But I don't want to put planters on the inside. It would eat up too much of the valuable patio space. So what we're going to do is we're going to hang some planters on the outside on the wall.
Cool.
Well, we have 2 cedar flower boxes I got at the local home center. Now I painted them black to match the containers on the patio. I also mounted brackets on the bottom, and they're going to hold this to the wall. Now I'll just drill the holes for the concrete anchors. All right, bring that box in. I'm gonna have you hold it right up like that. Now hold it right there for you. Okay. All right, you all set?
Yeah.
All right, let's fill them up. This is how we're gonna fill your window box. We're gonna have 2 cyclamen on the end, 2 mums in the middle, and then snapdragon dead center.
Great.
Okay.
My favorite.
So what we do is just take a plant, pop it out, loosen it a little bit, do it over the container. There you go. All right. Now dig a little hole. We want these right up at the very end so they grow right out of the edge of the pot. Now just take them back, fill it. Tuck them in, firm them right in. Okay. Raise yours up a little bit. It's a little too low. I want it about 1 inch below the surface of the wood.
Okay.
Good. That way it'll hang right over the sides. It'll look really nice. Same thing with the mum. Just plop it out. Take it, do it over the container. That way you won't make a mess. And just loosen the roots up a little bit. Get it down in. Okay. Now we